But anyway, sorry, no.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yo! Yo! Bang, bang, yeah. The Drama Channel, man, smash that like button, baby. Smash that like button, baby. If new channel, man, subscribe to the channel. Yo, Cap City, what's cracking, my boy? What's poppin', man? Appreciate everybody topping in, man. We all live on YouTube. We got the full stream and vertical stream on YouTube. Oh, my God. If y'all just tuning in, man, we got some decent topics today. We got some decent topics, y'all. We got NYC, New York City, where I'm from, had a mass, not a mass shooting, but a shooting rampage. You feel me? Yesterday, and it actually happened yesterday, right after I went off a live. So I was kind of mad about that. I'm not mad. Let me rewind that. I'm sorry that people got hurt, but I'm mad I wasn't live to go live while I was live. You feel me? So yeah, we gonna touch on that for a little bit, and we also got DJ Akademiks versus G Herbo. DJ Akademiks versus G Herbo. That's what I want to get on a little bit. I like the nonsense. You heard? I like the nonsense. So we gonna turn up with that. Appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Oh my God. Like I said, man, there was a shooting in New York City. I'm not too really familiar with the whole thing. I went to sleep early last night. So I was watching it for a second. Oh, I forgot to switch this up. I was watching it for a second, and I kind of fell asleep on it. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna get the news just like y'all go get the news right now. If y'all missed it, if y'all know the subject, if y'all know what's going on, please let me know, because I really don't know what's going on to the fullest. So we're gonna break it down together, man. I'm gonna be commentating. If y'all do want to call in, 828-919-9174. Let me know what y'all know, because I don't really know nothing about this. You know what I mean? I just know it's some black, Chinese, Mexican looking guy that went and shot up some people. You feel me? So I really don't know what the extent of it is. You know, RIP to everybody, but I don't know what the extent of it is. So we're gonna break it down together, man. Hold on a second. I forgot the audio. What am I doing today? I knew I was a little sleepy, but I ain't that sleepy. All right, let's get into it, y'all. NYC had a mass shooting. Let's get into it, man. Let's see what the deal is.
So police are getting closer to determining a motive for the mass shooting inside a New York City office building. Officials say a lone gunman killed 4 people, including a police officer. Another man is in critical condition. Surveillance video shows the suspect walking into the building with a high-powered rifle held by his right hand, and several high-profile companies.
Let me say this real quick. I'm sorry. Yo. They call me the funk master flex over here. You mean I would stop a video in a second and try to break down what I feel. First off, if you know New York people, man, we don't care about nothing but where we gotta go and ourselves. You heard? The crazy part about it is that this dude had a doggone AK, walking around with a big gun, and nobody said nothing, man. Nobody, yo, MSA, appreciate that. MSA 7 said, nice fit. I appreciate it, homie. Yo, my man had a serious weapon and nobody blinked the eye. They let this man walk around like it was all good. That's crazy.
Companies, including Blackstone, the National Football League, have offices there. Mayor Eric Adams told CBS Mornings a short time ago that the suspect may have been targeting the NFL.
He did have a note on him. The note alluded to that he felt he had CTE, a known brain injury for those who participate in contact sports. He appeared to have blamed the NFL for his injury. The NFL headquarters is located in the building at 345 Park Avenue. From our preliminary investigation, he took the wrong elevator bank up to the NFL headquarters. Instead, it took him to Rudin Management, and that is where he carried out additional shootings and took the lives of additional employees.
Okay, yo, does anybody know the guy's name? Like I said, this is the first time I'm kind of getting like into it. Does anybody in the chat know his name? Please drop his name in the chat. Because is he an ex-NFL player? Like, why are you mad at the NFL exactly? He didn't look like nobody I knew, you know what I mean? But if he was on a bench or something like that, the reason, you know what I mean? So please, anybody know his name? Let's look that up. If he actually was in the NFL.
Of interesting information there. CBS News correspondent Lilia Luciano joins us now from near the scene. Good morning to you, Lilia. Tell us more about this note and how exactly investigators are trying to retrace the suspect's steps.
Well, Errol, what we are learning this morning, as you heard from Mayor Eric Adams, is that they're getting closer to a motive. That in this note that they found.
My man Wop said, nah, black people don't do that. That's a fact. That's why I say I think he might be mixed with black. He got like some black, Chinese, Mexican in him. You feel me? He got a little bit of some. You know?
Of course, they have not released the note. Some grievances where he may have been blaming the NFL for what he perceived to be CT.
I don't know, chat. What y'all think? What is he? What is he? He got them eyes like he served fried rice and 4 chicken wings. You feel me? That number 3 special. He does got a. I don't know if he's not. He's not African American. I can say that. He's not African American. He got a lot of mixture in him. I'm not sure. We got to break that down. Anybody know his name? Please, somebody in the chat, let me know what his name is.
TE of brain injury. We know about the suspect just from online profiles and videos that he played high school football, and there are some highlights from his high school football career. We don't know how far that went, but we know that he grew up in Southern California, started the journey in Las Vegas.
Wait a minute, so you mad at the NFL because you couldn't make it to the NFL? Yo, that's what it said. Yo, you mad at the NFL because you couldn't make it in the NFL? What is the world coming to? What is the world coming to? That's
where he was. In fact, we saw, which is very interesting, given the documented evidence of mental health illness that we heard from the New York City Commissioner yesterday, that despite having mental health issues and well-documented issues, that he had a gun permit, a concealed firearms permit. And of course, that would have allowed him to buy the weapons, not just the military-style rifle with which he went into this building. You can still see, I don't know if you can see it on my shot because it's a little bit far, but the shattered glass from when he went into the lobby and started shooting. Then, according to Mayor Eric Adams, he may have been wanting to get to the 5th floor where the NFL headquarters were, but got into the wrong elevator, ended up in the 33rd floor, and ended up killing a victim up there in that 33rd floor. He crossed various states. He was in Vegas, he was in Colorado, Nebraska. It all started on Saturday and finally arrived in New York after he was last spotted in New Jersey 2 hours before the shooting. Landed here just before 6:30 p.m. rush hour, broad daylight as it is summer, and just walked into that building and started shooting.
Yeah, there's still a sense of shock in the city. We're within the first 24 hours of this, so all this information is new, and you wonder if he had mental health issues, how does that square with such premeditation that would be necessary to plan a cross-country trip and do this? So there's so many questions about him. What are we learning about the multiple victims of this shooting?
Well, the first victim who was named by police is NYC.
Yo, like I said, man, if anybody know the dude's name, please put his name in the chat. And can y'all please double tap the screen, hit the like button for me, please, and subscribe to the channel, man. It's free.
NYPD officer Didarul Islam of the 47th precinct. We know that he had been in the NYPD since 2021, that he is an immigrant from Bangladesh, that he has 2 young sons, and that his wife is pregnant with their 3rd child. We've also learned from Blackstone that one of the victims killed is Wesley Lepotner. I don't want to get the name wrong. Wesley Lepotner. She was an executive with the company. She had worked before that at Goldman Sachs. She was, according to her LinkedIn profile, graduated summa cum laude from Yale University in 2003 and was recently voted in the Board of Trustees of the Met Museum here in New York. The company, Blackstone, described her as somebody who was brilliant, passionate, generous, and deeply respected. We are waiting to confirm other victims. We also know that one of the victims who was not killed but is in stable condition at the hospital is an NFL employee, according to NFL executives.
Wow, so much.
Yeah, so please, somebody please put in the chat, what's the dude's name? Matter of fact, I'll look it up myself. I'm looking at the dude's name. We're going to break this down a little bit because there's some dirty work. Some dirty work, man. To me, it sound like a person that could make it to the NFL. You mad at the NFL because you couldn't make it to the NFL? I don't know, because all they could pull up is high school pictures of football. You feel me? So are you mad at the NFL pretty much want to make you play football? So now you mad at them because your interest in football? I don't know. It seems really weird. But a lot of times, these cases are weird. Like they got these people that's mentally ill. They always got some kind of background with illness. It's something that we got to keep our eye on.
Heartbreak, and I think a security guard also in critical condition.
Yo, Cap City, what's cracking, Playboy?
We'll keep looking into this hour right now and throughout the day. Lilia, thank you so much reporting there on the scene. We want to jump now to retired FBI Special Agent Mary O'Toole. Mary, you're the Director Forensic Science, Director of the Forensic Science Program at George Mason University. Good morning. Great to have you back with us. Let's start with mental health and CTE, since these are our early clues as to what was happening with the suspect. The mayor mentioned he may have had 2 prior psychiatric holds, and this note mentions CTE. What does that mean for what detectives will be looking into now?
That's a great question. So what they'll be looking into is what was the basis for the mental health hold that he had, I think in 2022 and then last year in 2024. What happened that precipitated that, and what were the behaviors that were associated with that? Was he threatening suicide at that time? Was he threatening harm to other people? Was he suffering from a severe depression?
Okay.
Usually a commitment is made if a person poses a threat to self or others. So understanding that becomes...
His name is Shane Devon. Shane Devon tomorrow, something like that.
important. CTE is a progressive brain disease, which is diagnosed at the time that someone has died, and there's an autopsy that is done to determine that. But the two have to be considered separately, because you can have a mental health crisis and not be suffering from CTE. So that distinction becomes extremely important. So law enforcement will understand what it was in his background to better capture, to understand what might have led up to yesterday. And was he thinking clearly? Just because you have a mental health commitment for a crisis in your life does not mean that you cannot think and plan ahead to commit a crime.
That's a very, very good point. And as far as we know, he had no relationship with the NFL. It's still very early. We're in the first day of when this has happened. But how will the NFL now work with the NYPD in determining if they were in fact targeted? Because it would be quite a serious escalation for this well-known organization.
Definitely. So what the NFL will be doing is they will be going through all their communications, whether it's by email, text, by phone, whatever it is, to see if this individual, the shooter, had any contact with them. And if so, what was that contact? So that becomes very important, and they'll be able to establish that by talking to employees and simply going through all their communications. But I think what's interesting, and law enforcement is thinking about this, when the shooter entered the building, he got onto the wrong elevator. That could suggest that he had not done a surveillance of the building before he went in to carry out the shooting. In other words, in other cases of shootings, the shooter will go into the school, to the place of employment, whatever it is, and check it out to make sure they know how to get in, they know how to get out, they know where they're going. That may not have happened here, which makes sense when you look at where he had to travel from.
I was just about to say that makes sense, because he came from Las Vegas. So you really got to be in New York City to kind of check out a building. You feel me? You got to go in the building, look at the floors, Look at the, I ain't gonna say menu, but look at the registry, I think, of the building. You gotta know where they at. So like him coming from Vegas, you don't know really nothing about the New York buildings, you feel me? You just looked it up. Like it's like he Googled NFL headquarters, I guess, and went to this building.
In order to get into New York City, may not have had time to do that.
To me, it's kind of weird. Why you come to New York City? I don't wish death on nobody, and these like this is senseless. But why would you come to New York City to do this? And you got the Raiders right there. Them dudes, you know what I mean? The Raiders is trash as hell. They could have, you know what I mean?
We just saw some footage of police surrounding a vehicle that was believed to be tied to the suspect, and as you mentioned, only certain elevators go to the floor which gets to the NFL offices. He just happened to take one that didn't, and so that may suggest a lack of preparation. Heartbreaking all around, though. Mary O'Toole, we appreciate your insight. Thanks for joining us today.
Welcome. Thank you.
Okay, now that we got his name, I didn't want to look at this video. Now that we got his name, let's look up exactly if we can find out any kind of backstory on him. You feel me? Let's see if they talk about anything. Hold on, I gotta get his name out again. Let's see. His name is Shane. Let's see, because I didn't really prepare for this topic. I just know it's a major topic, and I just wanted to touch on it. You feel me? Okay, back. Yeah. Okay. Matter of fact, let's look at these. Okay. What's this one talking about? I'm just curious. I want to know more about him.
We have this breaking. Sources tell the Associated Press that the suspect was Shane Tamura. They say law enforcement found.
Okay, we know that already. 16 hours ago. Let's see the newest one. 9 hours ago. Yeah, the one I just watched is Let's see what this talking about. I'm gonna mess with the music. Got too much music in the background. Let me see. See, I want to know more about him. Hopefully, some other stuff come out about him.
You know, one of the big questions that continues to remain: what would drive someone to do this? We know the CTE portion of it, but what would drive you to go cross country to carry out such an act? Wild.
Cap City said mental health is a problem with him. Put him in the psych hospital. Well, we can't put him in the psych hospital no more. Cap City. He in the bosom of Abraham. You heard? Yeah. He not with us no more. He not with us no more. So we really won't know nothing, like, because we can't hear from him, you know what I mean? That's a wrap for him.
Everyone in this city now is kind of thinking, what would you do faced in this situation?
Yeah.
Because it's right there all in these images. We're beginning to hear from local leaders who are giving us more insight into what happened after police say Shane Tamura walked into that office building.
Yeah, let's get to Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson, who's been following all
Like I said, if you just drop it in, man, make sure you double tap on the screen, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you do want to call in and get your point of view on a situation, let me know any details that y'all know. Phone number is 828-919-9174. It's on the screen. Hit me up. Let me know, man. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
the latest updates from our newsroom. Kimberly.
Yeah, guys, as investigators continue working this case round the clock, we are learning new details, getting a small look into Shane Tamarhan's world. A law enforcement source says the 27-year-old suffered 2 mental health crises in his home state of Nevada that led to hospital stays. The incidents were in 2022 and just last year. We want to warn you, the image you're about to see is graphic. His weapon of choice, a high-powered rifle, which you see right here next to his body after taking his own life inside 345 Park Avenue. One thing, yes, investigators will now do is backtrack, try and pinpoint where the suspect purchased the weapon. Sources say Tamara got a
It's always crazy because they never too crazy to take their own life, right? You feel me? Yeah, they could kill mad, they could unalive mad people. I'm sorry, they could unalive mad people, but they never. They always know they're not too crazy to do themselves dirty too. You feel me? It's weird.
Sealed carry permit in 2022. This morning, Mayor Eric Adams said police are just starting to review that 3-page handwritten note found in Tamarhan's pocket. In it, he made several references to the NFL, although he never played in the league. He went on expressing anger over his documented mental illness. He claimed he was caused by playing high school football in California. He wrote he suffered from, again, CTE. We just heard a lot about that, which is a brain disease linked to taking too many hits to the head. The NFL does have offices in this building, but again...
My man probably didn't get no playing time, and he crying CTE. Man, sit your.
We're hearing it appears the suspect's choice of elevators in the lobby played a crucial role and a deadly role in all of this. He went to the 33rd floor instead of going to the floor where the NFL offices are. Police are now searching the suspect's home in Las Vegas and going over thousands of surveillance cameras to map out his cross-country check. Just 3 days ago on Saturday, the suspect was in Colorado. Sunday, Nebraska and Iowa. Yesterday, 2 hours before all of this chaos, Columbia, New Jersey, then Park Avenue. One more detail. Tamara indicated he did not plan to get out of this alive, asking for his brain to be used for research. In that note, that 3-page handwritten note, writing, quote, "Study my brain, please. I'm sorry." Back to you guys in the studio.
All right.
Yo, it's sad. Yo, these dudes always do the same. It's the same MO for all of them almost. Y'all do something that's trifling. You feel me? Take people's lives. Y'all all write a note and then you unalive your own self. Nah, stay alive, man. Let us talk to you. Let us find out why you did it. You feel me? All that writing a note, nah, yeah, that's weak. That's weak. That's mad weak. So RP to everybody, you know what I mean, that passed away in this situation. Hopefully nobody knows anybody that was in the situation. I still would like to know more about him. He said latest deadly Midtown.
We continue our I heard all these loud bangs. No idea what it was. I turned around, all these people were like running.
The building personnel said, stay in place. There's an active shooter. Don't leave. Get away from the windows. Your adrenaline rushes, and it's pretty scary when the building says, don't go by the windows.
We rush the window in the direction where the helicopters are going, and then we look and there's cop cars everywhere, and then someone pulls up Twitter and we find out that there is an active shooter. It's awful and devastating, and there frankly is nothing else to think but why couldn't this have been prevented? Why was this person allowed to get a gun? What kind of systems were in place that allowed this to happen in the heart of Midtown East? It should never have happened in the first place.
And see, and that's what, we got an election coming up. There's a lot of stuff that could not coming up, but there's always a mass shooting, and then this situation going again bring up guns. Or people allowed to have guns, stuff like that. And I do think guns is a problem, but it's how easy people could get guns. Like you go in the store, like as long as you don't got a crazy criminal history, you feel me? You could get a weapon easily. You feel me? You'll get a weapon easily.
And look at this image taken during the height of the fear there. People literally barricading themselves in, trying to save their own lives. We can tell you that among the dead is an NYPD officer. The building where the shooting took place is home to a lot of companies, for instance, Blackstone, the NFL, and KPMG. In fact, surveillance video shows that suspect, Shane Tamura of Las Vegas. You can see him walking right there, armed to the teeth. That's a high-powered rifle in his hands right there just before the violence. Tamura died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound at the scene.
My fellow people in New York City, man. My fellow people in New York City, when I left New York City, my eyes are a little bit open wider. I see a little differently. Living in New York City, I understand how this could happen. But we gotta be more aware. This dude just walked in the building like, this gun is half his size. Nobody said nothing? That's crazy.
Now, we're gonna talk a little bit more about that NYPD officer, Didarul Islam. He's an immigrant. He's a husband and father. In fact, he's got a new baby on the way. In a statement on social media, the department says he was protecting New Yorkers from danger when his life was tragically cut short. New York City Mayor Eric Adams confirmed authorities recovered a note from the shooter at the scene. Listen to this.
The note alluded to that he felt he had CTE, a known brain injury for those who participate in contact sports. He appeared to have blamed the NFL for his injury. The NFL headquarters is located in the building at 345 Park Avenue. From our preliminary investigation, he took the wrong elevator bank up to the NFL.
Respondents, Jason. CBS News 24/7 now with team coverage on this story with our correspondents. Jason Allen is live from Las Vegas at the gunman's home. Anna Schechter is standing by with analysis and research from the CBS Broadcast Center. But first, I want to bring in CBS News correspondent Lilia Luciano, who joins me now from the scene there in Midtown Manhattan. We understand the shooter drove all across the country to carry out these shootings. What's the latest that police are providing about that gunman and perhaps any victims?
That's right, Reed. Well, we have learned today that one of the victims is an executive at Blackstone. As you mentioned earlier, that company, it's an investment firm, global investment firm, is housed in this building. And Wesley LePatner is somebody.
Yeah, and if you always look at some of these shootings, these mass shooters, Blackstone always behind something. Like people always trying to unalive people in Blackstone. So why? Like that's important too. They trying to blame it on the NFL. But what if he pressed the right button? You feel me? What if he pressed the right button to go to Blackstone? You know what I mean? Because it's always a Blackstone building, like always in these shootings, always.
Who was admired by colleagues. The company called her brilliant, generous, said that she was deeply respected. We've learned that she is the mother of two, that she graduated summa cum laude at Yale University and was married to her college sweetheart. People who know her are devastated. We are working on confirming the names of other victims, but of course, as you mentioned, this tragedy also killed Officer Islam, who is also a father of two with a baby on the way. What we have learned from police is, and this is something that has been confirmed by the Las Vegas police, where the shooter was living at the time before the shooting. He grew up in Southern California, was living in Vegas, is that he does have a history of mental illness. This is very important, Reed, because we also have from the Las Vegas police an image of a concealed carry permit. I've been trying to understand, when this mental history began, and what law enforcement sources have told CBS News is that there were episodes in 2022 and 2024. 2022 is the same year that the permit was given to him, so that would have allowed him to buy the weapons. What we're learning about the note is that there were, as you mentioned, and as Mayor Adams indicated in that interview with CBS Mornings, grievances against the NFL. He names some NFL football players who either died or whose names were released because or in relation to CTE. He says that he believed that he had CTE, and at one point says something like, or wrote something along the lines of, study my brain, please. We know that in cases of NFL players or other football players who've died who had CTE, that it's something that is identified when their brains are studied. Perhaps that was that reference. And he mentions or blames the NFL for knowing and concealing the dangers. Look, there has been a lot of CTE, not implementation.
This is the.
I do want to hear. We heard all this already. I do want to hear the people from Las Vegas. I want to know more about him. Like, you feel me? Let's try to get to that. I want to know more about him. We heard all this stuff. Yeah, this is what.
Let's bring in CBS News correspondent Jason Allen. He is live from that Las Vegas.
Yo, Tweez, what's cracking, player?
Community. What are you learning from the scene near the gunman's home? And then another question I have. We see that photo that's circulating of that concealed carry permit from the state of Nevada. I'm curious if that permit allows him to carry the kind of firepower that he walked into that building. What's going on in Las Vegas on this story?
Yeah, so we'll get to that second question here in just a minute. Let me set the scene for you, Reed, where we are. This is the neighborhood where Timur and his family live. You can see back there, gated neighborhood on all sides. And if you've been to Vegas, you know Vegas, we're about 15 miles or so west of the Strip in one of these big neighborhoods and developments that is built here. We have not seen any noticeable, obvious police activity, at least not here this morning. No local police, no federal agencies that are here, although there have been local Las Vegas police that have been kind of just driving by around the neighborhood, something that's typical for a situation like this, especially when we're on scene here and there's other people on scene. They just continue to make the rounds here. Just kind of going off of some of the reporting that Lilia was just sharing with you as far as Timura's history here. She mentioned that mental health incident that law enforcement authorities were familiar with from back in 22 and another one in 24. So we know that investigators here are looking at that. We also know that they are looking at the gun ownership here. And last month, our CBS crime team has learned there was a tip that was called in from somebody at a gun show here in the Las Vegas area, specifically about Timur, that he had purchased a large amount of ammunition and he had also purchased an aftermarket trigger. So why
did he get, see, that's what I hate there. This is what's so crazy to me. They always tracking these people, right? They know exactly, every time there's a mass shooting, they be like, oh, well, we did have eyes on him. We know that he was looking at this website, that website. We know that he did buy this amount of bullets, that amount of bullets, this and this. So why you ain't stop him long? Like, why y'all wait? You feel me? They always come with the same BS. We did know this. So why did this happen then? Why did this happen?
Tip came in. We know that people here are starting to backtrack the ownership, the provenance of the guns that he had, and then also look at the legality of him owning it. So that kind of gets to your second question. When you put those two things together, the health history and the gun ownership, they don't always necessarily cancel out the other one. When you're looking at Nevada laws, there's got to be some.
Tweez, I ain't gonna lie, I won't be opposed. I won't be against the gun laws, man. I won't be against the gun laws. Bring back fighting with your hands again. You know what I mean? Bring that back. You feel me? I'm not against that. I'm not against it.
something that was a criminal conviction in court, or there's got to be something where a court came in and said this person has a mental health issue that would not allow them to own a firearm, or somebody from the outside who may appeal to the court. It's not as simple as somebody just having one episode, a health issue, and that preventing them from owning that firearm. So this is something that we know that investigators here are going down the path of. They're starting to track all this stuff down, get all this information. Some of that is going to come from here in the neighborhood. Some of that we expect is going to come from other spots across the city or potentially other cities here in Nevada. Reed?
All right, Jason, chasing those angles, thank you so much. Our team coverage now continues with Anna Schechter. She is a senior coordinating producer of our Crime and Public Safety unit. You were one of the first journalists, especially behind the scenes yesterday. I could see your messages in real time. You've been following every angle to this story. What stands out to you as you...
I ain't gonna lie, like, I don't care about the guns and stuff like that, but you know what I mean? If anybody got any kind of history, you got to bring, to me, if you want a gun, man, you got to bring your medical records. You know, feel me? You got to bring like your background check. We got to do a better background check. You feel me? It's too easy to get a weapon. It's too easy.
Comb through the wealth of evidence that I know you have.
Well, just the red flags that were likely missed in Las Vegas. The fact, like Jason was saying, that he was able to...
Why she look like a vampire or something? I'm sorry. I know this is important. She's like a vampire. Her teeth is like mad sharp. Look like they did.
Obtain and keep that concealed carry permit when in 2022 and in 2024 he had...
Is it me or am I crazy? She look like a vampire.
Documented mental health issues. That's according to law enforcement sources who tell CBS News that's the time frame of documented mental health issues. Also, looking at that note, a 3-page note, the personal grievance and sort of this idea that he was going to take on an institution like the National Football League. As you mentioned, it is reminiscent of the Luigi Mangione case, and what law enforcement now are concerned about and what they are on high alert for is any kind of copycat activity. They are searching online platforms to try to mitigate this type of push to carry out attacks like that for an ideological reason against an institution. We've seen this, it's in the zeitgeist now. In the last year, you've had multiple instances of violence carried out, and I know that we've been reporting instances of violent crime are down according to FBI data, but you have had multiple very high-profile cases like that with elaborate motivations of perpetrators who have carried out deadly attacks, and it is really concerning to law enforcement, and citizens feel it. In particular, in New York, people are on the street asking themselves, how could this happen in broad daylight? It's not the first time they're asking it. We just had Luigi Mangione's case where he murdered the United Healthcare CEO in December.
Yeah, facts. Yo, it's a major problem. It's a major problem. And really, in New York City, like I stated before, like we just like the mind of a New Yorker is totally different. We can sit here and say, how does this happen? But we might think, yo, we see the person walking, half the people ain't gonna say nothing. Like, you feel me? If 5 people seen him, if 10 people seen him walking with that gun, maybe 2 of them will be concerned. 8 of them is trying to find the train station to catch the train, catch the one train to goddamn South Ferry. You feel me? They ain't worried about no person walking. They worry about their own self. That's how New York is built. So when stuff like this happen in New York and like major cities, it's crazy in everybody else's eyes, but it's sad that we people in New York and stuff like that, me being from New York, we structured like that. You feel me? We ain't worried about that nonsense. We want to move, man. And then when we hear about it, we like, dang, man, that's messed up. But if anybody want to talk about this situation, man, hit the double tap the screen, hit the like button, call in, man, 828-919-9174, man, because I don't really know a lot about it. I really don't. This is the first time I'm actually listening to it, looking at it. So I would like to get more information about what's going on. But second topic we trying to hit, you know what I mean? I'm a little more energetic for this one, man. DJ Akademiks and Herbo, man. DJ Akademiks and Herbo are going at it. You feel me? G Herbo was on some kind of you had some kind of interview with some guy. I never heard him before. His name was Adam Friedman. The Adam Friedman Show. Anybody know about it? Please let me know. I never heard of the guy. To me, from what I've seen, he like an Adam 22 kind of lad type of person, I guess. I'm not sure if he only has black people on this show. So let me not speak out of character on that, but I'm not even sure why G Herbo was even on that show. I'm not sure why G Herbo was even on that show, but let's get to that. We're gonna break down what he said, what G Herbo said about DJ Akademiks and about other people that stream his content. Hold on one second. Which to me, G Herbo got a lot of nerve.
You know, one of the big.
Hold on one second.
Uh-oh.
G Herbo got a lot
Somebody
of
else
nerve.
wanna
You feel
call.
me?
Who that?
Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
What happens if you're born like on the east side where you're from,
my fault.
and you're a nerd? You're just a
hold on a
fucking nerd. What if you suck at basketball?
Hold on. Let me see. I got in my notes 56. Okay, 56 minute mark.
Oh, you hanging with him right now,
56
and
minutes.
because I was like tonight, I went. It was or stalk you. That's smirk. Well, you're not dirt, right? I don't know who that.
Here we go. Now this guy right here is Adam Friedman. If anybody know who he is, please drop in the comments that you knew who this guy was. I had no idea who this dude was. Never heard of him. Never seen an interview from him. I wouldn't even watch him. I wouldn't plan on watching him. He got a New York Yankees hat, probably from a corner store somewhere. He looks very weird. So the fact that G Herbo is on his platform is alarming to me. It's kind of like, why you there? But okay, let's get into this. What he said.
That is. I mean, it's a guy in a picture with Chief Keef 40 feet away.
Nah, this ain't dirt.
Okay.
They had wicks back then.
Here's another one.
Yeah,
Some shirtless pictures of King Von. Pause. No,
yeah,
pause.
Now right now, this guy to me is trying to antagonize G Herbo. He's putting up pictures of Chicago rappers that on the internet, it's kind of pictures that been kind of weird. Like people look at like one of the pictures you see, somebody took a picture with their family. Got a picture of King Von with his shirt off. So I didn't really understand the reason why he was showing them this. It's like, why are you trying to antagonize G Herbo from Chicago with Chicago people? It's kind of weird, but this is not the main topic with Akademiks. We're gonna let it play out. No?
Bro was a little stocky. He did all that fucking
So
time.
you like this?
He did all that time.
This would be so annoying if people were posting this stuff about my friends. Okay.
Chirurgology, I know this
See what I mean?
page.
You see what I mean? Why are you trying to? Did you hear what he said? You're trying to attack. You're trying to get a rise out of him already.
Okay.
They had wicks back then.
Here's another one.
Yeah, that's
Some
too
shirtless pictures of King Von. Pause. No,
Yeah,
pause.
bro,
That's
bro was
crazy.
a little stocky. He did all that fucking
So
time.
you like this?
He did all that time.
This would be so annoying if people were posting this stuff about my friends. Okay.
Chirurgology, I know this page. I'm just now.
These people are psychos.
I'm just now catching on Reddit. Yeah, it's a lot of fucking psychos out here, bro.
Here's the one.
Now noticing.
Read this post aloud. This is great.
Read this out loud.
Yeah, this is like probably a 14-year-old child.
See what like to me, yo, stuff like this is so weird. Yo, why you hand me the paper? You heard? Why you hand me the paper? You read it. You tell me what it say. Like I ain't your doja boy. So like I don't like that. I don't like to even when I watched it. I was like I don't like what I'm seeing at all.
In
Yeah, for sure.
In
See, and this is
Colorado.
what get people. Dude never struggled a day in his life. Ate 3 meals a day. I doubt he even know what a bad day is.
Yeah.
Just because he in a family picture.
Because
I seen a post. I mean, like a meme video where niggas was like you can't do nothing. Like you really like in this day and age, like even in Chicago or just in this culture, you gotta like be homeless and like nobody gotta love you. Like they say, yeah, this nigga was like
his parents loved him.
Niggas was well mannered.
What a bitch.
His parents loved him. Like
yeah, like a 13-year-old from
ate
Colorado.
this nigga had nutrition.
He had 2 parents and they loved him.
What the fuck is going on?
Ate?
Bro, like
had food.
I got so many pictures like this, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't know him personally.
Yeah,
but yeah, them some serious dudes over there.
See, and like I said, what does that got to do with anything? You know, first off, it is true. gangsters can take pictures with their family all day and go out and unalive mad people. Go out and go outside and squabble mad people. So like, you taking pictures with your family don't mean nothing. But like I said, this dude, Adam Friendly, whatever his name, Adam Friedland, I don't even know what this cornball is. He had a motive. He had a motive. Now watch. He had a motive.
I don't know him personally. Yeah. But yeah, them some serious dudes over there.
What do you make of
guys are serious
of like the content creators that have made careers basically off of you guys, like Akademiks or Vlad, or like people that are like people that cover you guys and have like made.
Oh, wait a minute. You mean like you're doing right now? You mean like you're doing right now? You have G Herbo on your platform. You probably never heard a G Herbo song in your life because, to be honest with you, I don't listen to him neither. People say what they want. He's not my cup of tea. So if I didn't hear about if I don't listen to G Herbo like that, but I know who he is, you for sure do not listen to no G Herbo album, no song of his. So you're just like the people you're about to talk about, but you want to antagonize him.
Made money off it.
See, if I was the type of nigga that I don't give a fuck about that shit. But if I did, I'd probably be like, yeah, you know, cut me in or do something. Like, I feel like all those kind of guys, what they should do is give to a non-profit organization in Chicago that I'm gonna challenge them to do that. Like,
what's yours
Akademiks, Vlad, all you niggas that they made money off of culture and people dying and bloodshed and shit like that. Go donate $20,000 or $50,000 to a non-profit organization that focus on just the betterment of kids.
Hold on one second, y'all. I want to look up. I just real quick. I just want to look up the names of G Herbo songs. I don't want to play G Herbo. G Herbo music. Let's see the names. Let's see the names of his songs. I went legit. Okay, so that means he's doing good now, right? WT Helly remix. Okay, session. Statement. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure he's not writing a report, a school report. I'm sure statements means in the court. He don't want to drop no statements, right? Still dangerous. Why are you still dangerous, G Herbo? Are you doing illegal activities? Are you terrorizing Chicago residents? Survivors guilty. So survivors are guilty. So what are you going to do to them exactly, G Herbo? You're focused. Okay, that's good. Riding with it. He got a song that's called Riding With It. What are you riding with exactly, G Herbo? Are you riding with a Bible in your hand? And maybe you need a Bible to ride with. Traffic, through the fire. So y'all know what I'm trying to get at, right? You got a lot to say about what people talk about, but you are terrorizing the same people that you're trying to defend right now.
Do is give to a non-profit organization in Chicago that I'm gonna challenge them to do that. Like,
what's yours
Akademiks, Vlad, all you niggas that they made money off of culture and people dying and bloodshed and shit like that. Go donate $20,000.
Look at this combo, yo. Oh my.
Made money off of culture and people dying and bloodshed and shit like.
You don't care. Yo, he don't care. Like, yo, I swear to God, when I watch this, it irritates the hell out of me. He acting like, yes, sir, good job. I would love for him to name a G Herbo song on top of his head right now.
Like that. Go donate $20,000 or $50,000 to a non-profit organization that focus on just the betterment of kids. That's my opinion, personal opinion.
He's awake.
Yeah. And
what do you make of that guy,
Akademiks?
Why you keep on trying to start? See, cause okay, everybody know who the top dog is as far as hip hop media. We all know who it is. And I'm not even gonna say Casanat won the complex thing, whatever he did. He's not the top dog in media. We all know who the top dog in media is, hip hop media. That is DJ Akademiks. So this guy, Adam Friedland, whatever his name is, knows that. You're gonna keep on talking about DJ Akademiks. Why?
Akademiks, like, I don't.
It's a little bit like his life.
I fuck with him though. Like, me and Akademiks, we done met, we chopped it up, we done interviews, but like, I'm not gonna like see me and the man. I don't agree with everything he does, and that's okay. You could agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? But like, he just Akademiks, bro. Like,
you don't think being an adult man, as a man, And he's like,
and the dope man as a man, there's certain shit you shouldn't do and you shouldn't say.
Well, he's just giving it. He's like, my liege, my sword. He's like, he's just sucking up to other men.
It's like
he's like kind of a crazy life.
It's like and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. Like he pick and choose when he wanna be like a real nigga or aggressor or say certain shit that's just like your moral code should never allow you to say.
Yeah.
Yo, this dude is getting Adam 22'd. Yo, G Herbo, you are getting Adam 22'd right now by this cornball named Adam Friedland. You get see, I gotta look his name up every time I say his name because I never will watch him again. I never know who this guy is. You're getting Adam 22'd, and you don't know it. But I guarantee you, if this was a black person that was talking to you, a black person show that had you on it, you would not allow him to just like you would read between the lines. So why are you allowing him to just bait you? He's bait, like he got you on a bait right now, so you can go to war with DJ Akademiks for no reason. For no reason. If you wanted to smoke with DJ Akademiks, you should have had to smoke for him. But now you just got baited by this dude, Adam Friedland.
You can't pick and choose. Like on Wednesday, I'm gonna say some shit that's super outrageous. Then Thursday, I'm like a real nigga. Like, well, I'm cool. I fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that because as a man, you got to be held accountable for what you say. So in certain situations, if somebody holds you accountable for that, you gotta accept what come with that accountability. You know what I'm saying? You can't
just
shy
seems like
away
a
from it.
a
You
suck
can't
up.
do no other shit. Like, yeah. And I'm glad you saying this. I'm not saying it.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
Okay. He got smart. He smarted up a little bit. But watch this. The dude Adam Friedman still put him in the trick bag. Watch this.
If you're on notice, you owe $100,000 to what organization?
Any organization, you pick one, man.
And
$100, because you done made so much money off this shit. Y'all go donate $100,000.
$100.
And write that shit off on y'all taxes, bro.
And if you don't, you're that's
what? Say it. Land a plane. Land a plane.
Akademiks, you're a real bitch. And if you have problems, you can take it up on the Adam Friedland show, DJ Akademiks. You can. I will sit down with you in the most intellectual style.
And I'll be there in the middle to mediate.
Yeah. No, I don't even need you. That is one I feel like I could handle myself.
Exactly. Now the truth come out. Yo, G Herbo, he just put you in the trick bag, my boy. Yo, G Herbo, he just put you in the trick bag. That's what he want. That's what he want. He want DJ Akademiks to crash out on his platform, say this dude, Adam Friedman's name, get his followers to actually, because like me, because in this situation, I went and looked at the Adam Friedland channel, which I never would have, and I never will again. That's what he did. He just got traction for no reason. But now he didn't put you in the trick bag, and now you got problems. Like I said, DJ Akademiks ain't no killer, but he's a top level. He's a top of the top in hip hop media, and he can destroy somebody's career. DJ Akademiks can and have destroyed people's careers before. So now you just got put in the trick bag. You're stupid. You got smut on your face right now.
I can handle that one. All right, sorry. Thank you so much. And he agrees with everything I just said. And thank you.
Terrible. Yo, terrible. Yo, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. If you do want to call in about this situation or the New York shooting, please call in 828-919-9174. Yo, my man just got put in a trick bag of all trick bags. You are dumb, G Herbo. You are dumb. I'm going to say it because I never see him anyway. I don't live in Chicago. I'm never going to see him. You're dumb. You're dumb. And not because, like I said, you should be scared of DJ Akademiks. No. It's because you let this dude, Adam Friedland, with a Yankees hat that he bought from like one of those Indian people on the corner of New York City. If you've ever been to New York City, you know. You bought that hat from that person. And you let this guy put you in the trick bag. But you're supposed to be G Herbo the gangster. Let's go DJ Akademiks, man. Hold on a second. There we go. I want to hear DJ. I want to hear what he got to say about this. Let's go.
So G Herbo did an interview, and in this interview, I don't know what's going on in his life or career, but the age-old talking point of the war in Chirac came out again, and apparently let me say this
real quick too. If you blame DJ Akademiks for the war in Chirac, you are slower than slow. If y'all think DJ Akademiks made these people go out there and point the blickies at each other, you're crazy. From how it looks in Chicago, I've never been to Chicago, so I can't really speak, but how it looks, it's a lot of savages out there. And on top of that, it seems like the cops let them do whatever they want to do. So the cops let them savage on each other, and then they come pick up the pieces afterwards. So DJ, being somebody that's just covering it, to me, should bring light to the police officers out there to get these guys convicted and put in jail. But no, everybody blames DJ Akademiks for it and not the city of Chicago for letting it go down. That's who's to blame.
Just play it. Is it here? Okay. Where is the fuck? I need a timestamp. Where's the timestamp? Where is the timestamp? Okay, can I find it? Does anybody have the clip? I just want to hit the clip. I just want to hit the clip in full. I don't think I can find it. Is it this? Here we go.
Like the content creators that have made careers basically off of you guys, like Akademiks or Vlad, or like people that are like,
okay, to whoever this,
hey yo, Timothy, what's cracking, Playboy?
This idiot is, the idea that me or Vlad made our careers off of Chicago is utterly ludicrous. I would get into further explaining it, but why?
And I ain't gonna lie, man. If I could make a career off of you black people shooting yourselves, I'm gonna do it too. You feel me? I'm gonna do it too. I'm sorry to say it. I would do it too. We all would do it. If we could make millions of dollars off of talk about black on black crime, we all would do it. If we make $1 million off of Pakistani crime, we gonna all do it. If we can make $1 million off of the Israel and Palestine, we gonna all do it. If we can make money off of Chinese people doing kung fu on each other, we will all do it. We here for the money, you feel me? So don't blame him, you feel me? Do not blame DJ Akademiks, man.
And that's going to be my demeanor with a lot of this shit. Because, let me just finish playing it.
People that cover you guys and have like made money off it.
I don't give a fuck about that shit, but if I did, I'd probably be like, yeah, you know, cut me in or do something. Like, I feel like all those kind of guys, what they should do is give to a non-profit organization in Chicago that I'm gonna challenge them to do that. Like, Akademiks, Vlad, all you niggas that done made money off of culture and people dying and bloodshed and shit like that, go donate $20,000 or $50,000 to a non-profit organization that focus on just the betterment of kids.
You're on notice. You owe $100,000 to what organization?
Any organization, you pick one, man. 100, because you done made so much money off this shit.
And if you don't, you're
what? Say it. Land the plane.
You're a real bitch. And if you have problems, you can take it up on the Adam Friedland Show, DJ Akademiks. You can. I will sit down with you in the most intellectual style.
And I'll be there in the middle to mediate.
Yeah, whoever this nigga is, you're not relevant enough for me to even be in the same room as you. Just let you know that's Big Ak, not the little one.
Facts, Ak. Talk to him, Ak. Talk to him, Ak. See, that's all this dude wanted, man. He wanted a spotlight on DJ Akademiks' platform, pretty much. You feel me? Y'all know how the internet is. Once somebody say somebody's name, you get they followers. You feel me? That's all this is.
I'll say this. First and foremost, let me give a proper address. The days of...
Yo, make sure y'all double tapping the screen, y'all. We only got 6 likes. That's diabolical. We only got 6 likes, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Call in 828-919-9174.
Any Chicago rapper, resident, or anybody who comes from Chicago, period, trying to either guilt or try to make somebody like me feel that I owe y'all nothing, is over. So if you want the proper response, that worked at a time where I thought there could be a, you know, everyone wanted to increase and be better as people. Number one, I'm all for giving back. I'm all for charity. I'm all for giving back to the culture in no matter what way. It could be either be lending your platform, it could be donating your money, your resources. I'm all for giving back. I'm not for virtue signaling, soapboxing, or making people feel like you're undeserving. Also, I'm not for people thinking that anyone who's created a legit business who has profited from hip hop in general doesn't deserve it. So I'll say this, and this is my official response. Any nigga from Chicago, if you have a request for me to donate my time, my resources, my money, or whatever, because you feel I owe it to Chicago, to your neighborhood, to this other person, fuck off.
Facts, Ak. Facts, Ak. Now, AK Devi Valentino, I'm gonna read what you said because I hear what you're saying. Social media does play a role in the streets. It's an entrapment for young, uneducated kids, encouraging indirect kids to get the name out there for clout. It's one of the reasons. Yes. But in order for DJ Akademiks to start the war on Chirac, it was already a war in Chirac. You feel me? That's like news reporters covering Palestine and Israel. They've been killing. They've been unaliving each other for like thousands of years. So why the news are covering it? You feel me? Yeah, he put a highlight what Akademiks was, because I was following him a long time ago. He put a highlight on what was going on. He didn't big it up like that, but people could look at it as bigging it up. So I do agree to a certain extent. But the war was already going on. There's wars in streets that we don't even know about. There's wars in Colorado. You feel me? And that got nothing to do with DJ Akademiks that's going on. There's wars in Amsterdam. You feel me? So yeah, you could say that Ak played a role in it, but the war was still going on without Ak. And in order to stop that war, it was up to the police. Like if Ak pretty much give you Ak gives you a blueprint of what's going on, right? It's a blueprint. The cops know exactly the names because Ak is given to them. So if they want to do their job in Chicago, they should have did their job on a higher level and got these guys arrested. You feel me? He said, but how Ak did wasn't the same as CNN coverage. Respectfully. Yes and no. If you want to talk, man, call in, because I want to keep on reading the thing. If you want to call in. I have no problem with talking to anybody. Phone number is 828-919-9174. Because I do, this is a serious time, like, it's not as serious as a shooting in New York City, if you want to talk about that too. But this is a topic that I feel like we gotta, as people, man, we gotta be stronger and more powerful than just some kind of media platform that just, like, we all was young at one point. We all seen movies. We all seen different things. And so why didn't they influence us to do these crazy things? You feel me?
End of conversation. Fuck off. Okay? I've tried to placate with y'all for like years. I used to be sitting there listening to y'all tell me this and well, you gave this guy a nickname. I get it. I've spoken in length about how I could have done the war in Chirac better. The war in Chirac is not the genesis of my career. It's not the biggest thing that propelled my career.
Yeah, one for the money. What's cracking, Playboy?
But it is something that is notable in my career. I'm not here to give no more apologies. No more apologies. But what I am here to do is to speak directly to people like G Herbo. G Herbo, check this out, brother. You perpetuate this bullshit when you talk to niggas like that and you say dumb shit like that. So you're telling me the media guy who covered the nonsense that you guys propagated, the beefs that you guys stirred up. By the way, all while this happened, you noticed that after niggas stopped investing in that Chicago scene, which rapper been popping from there? Not one. Half of the reason y'all got a career is because there was media that covered y'all. But none of y'all take that accountability. Y'all think the people who covered y'all owe it to the people, but y'all don't owe shit. Why? Because you live there? Y'all made the music who that we were reporting on. Y'all gave us the things and the content we were talking about. Y'all did all of these things. Y'all, or the people associated, y'all did all the killings. We never killed nobody. And if y'all want to go with this whole, you gaslit it, this and third, well, I gaslit your career too. So you're gonna give me credit for that stuff, but what about y'all career? Would you be
facts? Now, did you just hear that? Where's the credit for DJ Akademiks for bringing these people to the platform that they are? G Herbo is popping because of the war in Chirac. It's the truth. King Von is probably popping because of the war in Chirac. It's the truth. He gave them the light to shine, and now G Herbo wants to put it on act, but G Herbo and his people was the ones shooting and unaliving people in Chicago. So why you not giving back to your city? How much money you gave back? It ain't Act's job to give back. You the one that was out there causing havoc in Chicago. You feel me? It was you.
Be sitting there if it wasn't for me? Would any of y'all niggas be sitting there? Also, let's just talk about this, and we're giving blame. Does Lil Durk owe all his money to FBG Duck? Because if we're talking about people who damn near died and catapulting your career and your platform off of someone's death, should Chief Keef give all his money to Tuka?
What do you say?
Because if we're talking about people who damn near died and catapulting your career and your platform off of someone's death, should Chief Keef give all his money to Tuka? Well, you start making that challenge to those people, but y'all niggas never talk to rappers. This is why I don't like y'all. And this is why I stop apologizing to y'all. It's Big Act, never the little one. It's over. Y'all made y'all careers off of hyping up death, dysfunction, dissing people. For years, we thought Chief Keef would send his whole bank account to Tuka's mom. Right. Half of y'all have lifted y'all own platforms off of y'all op. We have 1 million people who died over there that we could just attribute your career to. And that's why people are being intrigued. Also, here's the thing. I don't like virtue signaling in any type of form. G Herbo, you were just caught up in a Fed case where you just
what he said, and like he said, because people were investing into that in their lifestyle at the time. That's why they got the light. Facts.
Caught up in a Fed case where you were accused of embezzling and stealing funds, $1.5 million. You bought private jets, luxury puppies, went on vacations to Jamaica and all that type of stuff, took bitches all around the world. You only had to pay back $100,000 in restitution. What happened to the other $1.4 million? Don't you think you should give that back to the grandmas who y'all stole their credit cards? I could read through it. This is a federal document.
Give it back, G Herbo. Give it back, G Herbo, you scammer. Give them people back their money, G Herbo. Give them people back their money, G Herbo.
Please, don't ever tell nobody what they should be doing with their money, time, or any resources until you take accountability. You guys lack accountability. I got all the facts here. Y'all can't talk me into no fucking corner. Look, when you, instead of saying I should go donate, y'all spend $14,000 on a villa, $34,000 on expensive cars. This was money that was stolen from old grandma credit cards who swiped their cars in the hood. Y'all stole $1.5 million. Y'all stole $1.5 million. Due to your plea deal, you were ordered to pay $140,000. So you really owe $1.3 million. Don't talk about me yet. Let's talk about you.
Facts. It's simple.
Are you gonna donate? If you donate $1.3 million, I'll donate $100,000. Because the $1.3 million that we're talking about with you, y'all stole and bought private jets, and y'all didn't work hard for it. Y'all stolen credit cards to buy expensive puppies. Look, you admitted as part of your plea you're responsible for $139,000 in victim losses. If we look at the full indictment, it says $1.5 million. The idea that a rapper who sits back and glorify and still talks about killing and still basks in the idea of this dysfunctional hood environment, I don't care if you lived it or not. Because without hip hop, you'd be in that neighborhood still.
Fact, okay. Yo, Haiti boy, what's cracking, Playboy? He said, my problem with Act and others, stop eating off the culture or streets without supporting the community with positive movement. Act flexing now, but when Vince Mensa spoke to him at this point, okay, you're right. You're right. Act bowed down at that point. You are right. You are right. But that still don't negate the fact that social media is rampant. Social media ran rampant, right? You got homosexuality all running rampant, right? You got criminals running rampant. You got DJ people like that sponsors wars, like you say DJ Akademiks does. Where's the beef with all of that? You feel me? Like if you're an older cat like me, we were listening to hip hop forever, right? So am I gonna blame Jay-Z because I was in the club popping bottles when I was younger? Hell no. I had an option. It was my choice to go in that club and pop bottles and spend my check. You feel me? I'm not blaming nobody. See, that's the problem with everybody, man. Yo, nobody want to take accountability. It's always that person did it. That person did it. Hell nah. You did it. You feel me? You did it. I would never look at another person on this or movies, internet, anywhere and say, I'm about to crash out because DJ Akademiks said that fool over there. Knowing that DJ Akademiks don't have nothing to do with nothing in my city. So I'm gonna go unalive that guy because DJ Akademiks put me up to it. You feel me? I'm gonna go ride on that fool, cuz, in the West Coast because no jumper said this and that. You're dumb. You're simply dumb. You're simply done. That's like, the fact that you're saying it like that is really like uneducated, non-family having people. Like you don't have nobody to, and I'm sorry that some people are like that. I'm sorry for some people who grew up like that. I'm sorry about it. Let me say, I apologize for that now. But if you don't have somebody in your back to tell you, hey man, chill out, and you actually listen, that's your fault. Because I'm sure a lot of these criminals had somebody to say stop, and they did it. Whether it was a family member or somebody else in the community, they had somebody say, hey man, chill out, man. Why don't you come and do this? Why don't you come play on a basketball team? Why don't you come play this? Yeah, people's situations are bad. But because your situation bad does not mean you could go out there and unalive people in the streets for no reason. You feel me? That's crazy. Like that's crazy. And then blame Act because my parents are poor and I'm in a bad situation. Now Act is at fault because I listen to Act and I'm gonna go now and try to sell drugs and run down on somebody. Come on, man.
So don't blame aspects of hip hop that you've all benefited from. Without media, you wouldn't be where you at. You notice you don't blame your label, do you? You don't blame your label. You know your label put out songs for Dirk, for...
Yo, I just went down G Herbo's. So the Akademiks make G Herbo make these songs. I just went down the song list of G Herbo. I went legit. Okay, so now he's legit. That came out 5 months ago, right? Another song called Statements. What statements he talking about? Oh, he's talking about police statements? You don't want nobody to tell? Because I'm going to tell on you, G Herbo. I'm going to write a statement. Still dangerous. 5 months ago, he said he went legit, but 5 months ago he also made a song called "Still Dangerous." Oh, Act made you do that? Survivors guilty. Oh, survivors are guilty. Why? You gonna try to unallow them too? Dang, G Herbo with Meek Mills. Hey Meek, Philly in the building, riding with it. What is he riding with? Oh, Act made him ride with that. Oh, Act made him ride with that thing in the side, right? Act made him ride with that thing in the glove compartment. Come on, man. Stop, man. Stop, man.
Keith, for you, for Bibby, for everybody, including Duck, dissing other people. Well, you don't blame them, do you? You don't think they should give back shit, do you? So it's selective politicking. This is why there was a time that, and by the way, I've donated back to Chicago before. There was a time I thought that this was like a relationship that you think you could try to...
Now, I'm not sure if that's true or not, but he said he have donated back to Chicago, and I believe him. I do believe him. I believe him. I'm not going to say it's true, but I believe him.
Gain some acceptance in understanding that, listen, like the people who do media, whether it's me, Vlad, or anybody else, we're not horrible people. Obviously, we're covering things in hip-hop that oftentimes involve violence, involve a lot of very negative things. Is there profit? Yes. But it's the same way how you niggas done made all type of diss songs, all type of hit songs, violating other people, and there ain't no birthright to this shit. Cause y'all could just make it in the hood without trying to get rich and famous over it. You got a bunch of jewels around your neck. So again, the point is this. I do think giving back is good. Absolutely. But the idea that someone is the police to when you give back, how you give back, and how much you give back is utterly ridiculous when it's coming from the people. If it was coming from the victims, I could see it. Not the nigga that got the chain, that's riding around like he's like the boss. That done after he got out of Chicago, he did another fraud to run it up even more, $1.5 million, that he could be on private jets and all that type of stuff.
Is that Axe fault? That's not Axe fault, man.
It can't be you. It can't be you. It can't be you. It can't be you. Do I need to read through this? It's alleged that the defendants and their co-conspirators generally provided authentic payment card information, blah, 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 and then to defraud businesses who successfully processed the transactions and provided the goods. But it wasn't y'all cards. Y'all stole money. It's a wire fraud conspiracy. There's a grandma right now that's missing $100,000 of her retirement fund because y'all niggas stole it. Nobody's sitting here telling you go donate that back. So miss me with all the bullshit. Here's the point. The day when I see G Herbo or any of these other Chicago rappers put down the mic and say they're done with it because you're part of the same thing that you're accusing me of. If there wasn't a salacious aspect of what people were seeing with Chicago, none of you niggas would be that big. Which I think y'all made that great of music. There's killing everywhere. Jacksonville niggas, we didn't see a wave of Jacksonville niggas getting that big. They all just died. Sorry. Philadelphia, they all just died. Sorry. New York niggas, they all just got locked up. Sorry.
Thanks.
The same things y'all are accusing the media, all these other, everybody else but the killers. Before we continue this conversation anymore, if G-Herb or anybody else who would like to get in this conversation wouldn't also put a statement on file to say, well, if Lil Durk was responsible for so-and-so getting killed or this nigga was responsible for so-and-so getting killed, they should donate all their career earnings. If I don't hear that from y'all, it sounds like y'all picking and choosing.
Facts.
Because I'm down to have a conversation. As I always say, just give me the parameters of the entire conversation we're going to have. Oh, the media guys are the bad ones. But y'all friends who did the killings, they not bad? Y'all friends who made mamas cries and made casket prices go at an all-time high, they not bad? Some of those guys, they said King Von has 7 fucking murders. His kids go to private school. I just seen a video of his kids saying that. He don't even listen to King Von's music. Too much bad words. He was accused of having 7 fucking murders. You don't think maybe all of his career earnings and maybe even more should be given back to the victims?
Facts. Facts. Yo, it's simple, man. It's simple, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, man, we could point the finger at everybody, man. Point the finger at that person, that person, that person. But it's really us, man. We control the narrative of our lives. Point blank, period. Nobody else. You can't stop. Yo, the fact that we keep on blaming this one, blaming that one, it gotta stop, man. It gotta stop. It gotta stop, man. But I'm out, man. I just want to get on live for a little bit, chill out, talk to y'all about some topics, man. I'm gonna get on tomorrow too. I'm gonna do this every day, like just little topics I want to hit on. Ain't gonna be no long live, you know what I mean? So catch it when you can. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bang bang, yeah. I'll see y'all soon, man. Peace out. We out.